Both de-identification and obfuscation are important tools for protecting data privacy, and the right approach depends on whether re-identification is needed and the sensitivity of the data being handled. De-identification involves removing identifiable information like names or social security numbers from data sets when it's not needed for business purposes. However, basic de-identification isn't always enough. For instance, a Carnegie Mellon study showing that combining zip code, date of birth, and gender can uniquely identify 87% of individuals in the U.S. To go further, anonymization is a stronger approach. Under HIPAA standards, there are two ways to anonymize data. The first is statistical analysis, where a professional statistician verifies that the data is unlikely to reveal identities. While effective, this method carries a small risk of accidental disclosure. The second option is the safe harbor method, which requires removing 18 specific data elements like social security numbers, email addresses, and zip codes that could be pieced together to identify someone. The full list of elements is available on the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services website. Regardless of the method, it's critical to carefully consider how to protect individuals' privacy when handling sensitive data. Data obfuscation takes a different approach by transforming data so the original values can't be recovered. Hashing is one technique, which uses a one-way hash function to replace data with a hash value. The drawback is that it's vulnerable to rainbow table attacks if attackers compute hash values for candidate guessing and find matches. Salting adds a layer of protection by combining the data with a random value before hashing, making pre-computed rainbow tables ineffective and increasing security. Tokenization works by replacing sensitive values like student IDs with random tokens using a secure lookup table. This allows for re-identification later if needed, but it's essential to keep the lookup table secure to avoid breaches. In cases where re-identification isn't necessary, masking is a simple solution that replaces sensitive values with placeholders, such as turning a social security number into X's.